Hey guys, Stacels here. Today we're going to be looking at crafting. We're going to look at clothing, woodworking and blacksmithing for new players that want to look at crafting or players that have been playing for a while but just haven't got into the crafting system. Okay, so let's have a look at clothing first. So as you can see, when you first get onto a crafting station, this will be your first screen. We have got in the first tab, materials to be refined. So this is basically what you need to refine to then be able to make your clothing at the station. So when you refine, you need 10 of each one to be able to refine. Once you've done that, if you click on creation, you'll see that they're all along here, everything that you've refined. Now they do go by level, so depending on what level of armour you want to craft, depends on what materials you're going to need. So you can see jute is level 1 to 14, and then it just goes so on and so forth. It goes all the way up to 160. So at the clothing station, you can make light armour and medium armour. If you scroll across, you'll see that the material changes when you hit medium armour. So that's when you're using your leathers instead. Okay, once you've selected your level and your piece of armour, you then need to select a style. So you can see there's lots of different styles. The way that you unlock these styles is by learning crafting motifs. So they're basically books that are found around Elder Scrolls. They can be found in dungeons. Actually, when Elder Scrolls do events, if you do some of the dailies, you can normally get some crafting motifs that way. Also, guild stores, there's quite a lot of them for sale, and some of them aren't too expensive, so you can get quite a range of styles. Then if we go down, you can see that you can then put a trait on your armour, and they all do slightly different things. You can see here, this one increases critical resistance, takes 50% less durability damage, and again you can go through and select which trait you'd like to use. Now with regards to traits, when you first start crafting, you're not going to have this many available. So first thing to know about crafting is that you need to start researching traits for items. You can buy items for cheap off the store, or even maybe get someone to make some for you that you can research, or you can just do it the long and hard way, gain gear through quests, dungeons, etc., and then research the traits off them here. So this is the research tab. If you come across, you'll see everything that you have or haven't learned. So anything you haven't learned is locked, everything you have will be highlighted. So you can see here I'm missing the impenetrable trait for hat. If we go across, you can see I'm also researching some at the moment. So the thing with researching is when you first start, it seems like it's quite quick and easy. I think the first ones that you research only take like an hour or so. As you start to research more, the times get longer. So I think you can go up to sort of over 20 days for researching as you start to get to the last traits that you're learning. So you can see here, shoes, I've got 10 days left on that. Jack, on the other hand, I've got 2 days left on that, but that has been going for quite a while. So you really want to start researching as soon as possible so that you're able to make your armour. Another handy thing to do is to deconstruct anything that you don't want. You gain materials from this, and also crafting experience, which you're going to need, so that you can put skill points into your crafting to make life a lot easier for you. So you can see if I just deconstruct that there, it will tell you what you've got back from that. So that's deconstructing. The next tab is improvement. So if you've made something and you then want to improve the quality of it, so this will improve its armour value, and it's just generally a better item for you. So if we select, for example, this one, you can see there's a chance on it. So if I use 2, there's a 50% chance that it will work. If it doesn't work, it actually breaks the item, so just be a bit careful about that. If it's something you really don't want to lose, then you probably don't want to risk it. At the minute, it only takes me 4 elegant linings to make a purple. When you guys first start crafting, it's going to take more than that. What you need to do is put skill points in your crafting tree to help reduce the amount of materials that you have to use for things. It also allows you to research more items. It generally makes crafting a lot easier for you.
Your fight.
Okay, so I'm just going to show you that it's exactly the same with blacksmithing and woodworking. So again, your material, you refine, your creation. So you can see you've got all your blacksmithing stuff here, and your heavy armour here. Again, materials that you need to make different levels, style, and traits. Deconstructing again the same, and improvement again the same, and researching. Okay. And really quickly, we'll just show you woodworking. Same again, refining, creation. Okay, so the one thing that I will say is in regards to style, if you do make a mistake or you decide that you want to change your style later on, say you learn a new crafting motif that you didn't have before when you crafted your item, there is now a new outfitting station where you can pay a small amount of money, well, depending on what style you go for, and change the style of your item. So you can see here that I've got an ancient elf staff at the moment. If we want to change that, if we double click on the style that we want, you can see that it comes up there, so you can preview it, and also it shows you the cost. So it cost me 3,000 gold to change to that staff. Some of the staffs are cheaper, so if we click here, High Elf for example, it's 300 gold, so it just depends on what you pick. Now, what you'll see in this panel depends on what crafting motifs you have unlocked. So if you haven't unlocked many crafting motifs, then you're not going to see many things here, but the ones that you have unlocked, you'll have full access to. And it works the same with armour. The cool thing about this is that even if you're wearing light armour, but you like the style of heavy armour, you can actually go ahead and pop that on. So you're not restricted to having only light armour styles, medium armour styles, etc. So go through and have a look, and you'll see the cost will change depending on things that you select or don't select. And if you want to clear it all, you can just undo it there. Okay, so that's a quick rundown on the outfit station. Again, just have a play around with that, it's pretty cool. The one other thing that you can do with crafting stations is craft furniture for your houses. You see there's this last tab, and this is on all of the crafting stations. You've got basically blueprints. So if you've learnt any blueprints for crafting furniture, they'll all be in here. Same principle applies, and it will tell you how much material you need for each thing. Again, you can see here there's actually styles in there as well, and they go for styles of furniture for different races. So you'll need different materials for different styles. And again, depending on also the level of the blueprint that you've got, you can see here this is green, so it actually requires pitch to make it. So anything that you get that is isn't standard will require more materials to make. So you can see here this is a purple, therefore it requires mastic to make, and it actually takes 3 of them. So just be aware of that when you are making furniture. Okay, so that was my quick guide on crafting for the woodworking, blacksmithing and clothing stations. Any questions, just drop me a comment, but hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.